Hello everyone, this is Mark, and I'm checking in to give you a toilet paper apocalypse update. So apparently the bailout package has not worked. Inflation has gone through the roof. Our money is now worthless, and Trump just announced that toilet paper will be the new national currency, which makes me one of the richest men on the planet. No, actually, this is just a set. I don't actually have a warehouse full of toilet paper. Um, Apparently there was some confusion over that. I had actually assumed that most social justice warriors were theater majors and would recognize the set, and that's apparently not the case. So just to help everybody understand how this works, here is some of my toilet paper from my hoard, and if you looks pretty good, right? Well, actually, how you work it, it's an empty toilet paper package, and you fill it with paper towels because I actually have a crap pile of paper towels because we have to wipe off every computer that comes in and out of our store, and so these are all a lot of these are just empty, and you got to balance it right on the tables and whatnot. This is just some stuff I pulled off the storeroom shelf, but no, we're still stocked enough here in Oklahoma. I've got enough supplies probably for another week or two at the store. After everything that we've given away to our elderly customers and friends. And for those of you who are needing supplies, yeah, I can help you a little bit with what I've got left, but you can also go to some of the Walmarts in the smaller towns that are still doing really well. Or if you go to the Walmart here in the morning, for whatever reason, they're receiving like double and triple shipments of toilet paper, but because people are still freaking out and panicking, that all gets bought up early in the morning. So if you want to get toilet paper, just go to Walmart in the morning. They've got plenty, and you'll be able to pick some up before all the other panic shoppers buy them out. So something interesting also that I noticed. So I have one of these laser thermometers that they're using to scan people. So if I zap my forehead, it's shown up as 96. But if I zap the inside of my mouth, it's showing up 95 that time. It's got it to hit 102 earlier. So I'm not sure actually how accurate these things are. Usually my temperature is about a degree higher than most people. I usually run about 90, 99, 99 and a half degrees, which I guess is why I have a furnace and I don't get that cold. Um, but no, we're actually doing pretty good here in Oklahoma to all my New York friends. I've already sent some of my supplies to Dad, and so I think he's doing okay. You guys are probably going to be having to hunker down for a while. But no, here it's not so bad. I think our Mayor Bria did a pretty good job, and she advised us early to hunker down in place, and everybody seemed to, for the most part, listen. And I think that's done a lot to stem the spread of this damn thing. Apparently, some basketball player licked a bunch of microphones in Oklahoma City, and then tested positive for the virus, and that made a mess of things. So anyway, let me grab some tea here. But so some advice to people who are panicking. I've been through some situations in the past, and this is bad, but it's not going to kill us. Well, not we'll make it through. That's probably a bad way of putting it. But as a civilization, we're going to make it through this. Um, so a lot of people are panicking, and that's always the wrong response. I think that the way you deal with a crisis is you've got to be very focused and very clear-headed. Try to understand the facts. There's a lot of bad information floating around. So I talk to my doctor on a pretty regular basis. He seems to be better informed than most people. And I think that while this is going to be bad, I think it's not going to be world-ending bad. We're going to make it through this. I would advise people, when you go shopping for groceries and stuff, pick up a little bit extra each time. I try to maintain about a month's worth of stuff at any given time. I think think Dad and my stepmom in New York, they're sitting on probably about 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks of stuff. They've got, because she loves to cook. She's a really good cook. But, every time you go to the grocery store, pick up like an extra can of something, and over time, you can live off of a can of food every day for a while. Or if you eat a lot, 2 cans of food. So it's only like 60 cans of food. That's like filling up your pantry. So that's not really that much stuff. Now I do actually have a lot of ramen noodles. They're super cheap, and when your starving friends show up, and you've got to suddenly feed 10 people, breaking out a bunch of ramen noodles is a good way to do it. They keep forever. Um, and in a pinch they'll do okay. And I always keep some canned soup around. That way if I do get sick, I've got my soup all ready to go. I can just stay in bed and feel miserable and have the soup I need. So it's this is the kind of thing where we're gonna have to work together. We have to help each other out. I've already resigned myself to the fact that I'll probably end up catching this damn thing because I've been running errands for my elderly friends because I don't want them leaving the house. If you're old, if you're infirm, you need to stay home. Let us younger people and healthier people go and take the risks for you because if we get sick, our survival odds are going to be a lot higher than if you're old or if you're diabetic, if you've got heart problems, any number of things. And and someday when we're old and something stupid happens, when we're old and something stupid happens, then the young people can go take care of us. So, um, yeah, I just want to let everybody know that I'm doing okay here in Oklahoma. I don't have to, we're a relatively sparsely populated place, so I don't think it's going to be as bad here as it is in New York. We're several weeks behind New York, but I think even when it does get bad here, I think that we took preventative action early enough, certainly at least here in Norman, that I think we're going to be okay. And and just for all you people wanting to rob my house, once again, I do not actually have a hoard of toilet paper in my house. All my toilet paper stockpile is actually hidden in my missile silo underneath Lake Thunderbird. I bet you didn't know there was a missile silo under Lake Thunderbird, but there is, and I have it filled to the brim with toilet paper. No, I'm just fucking with you. There's no missile silo under Lake Thunderbird that I know of. That'd be kind of cool though. Nobody'd ever think to look there. Um, so just hang tough, hang together, and I think if you're once again if you're younger and you're healthier, help the elderly out, help the sick out, go run errands, just drop the stuff off at their doorstep, drop it off at their in their garage. That way you can go run the supplies for them. No actual contact. That way you don't have to worry about getting them sick. And especially if it's dry goods or canned goods, they can just sit there for a few days. So any potential virus on the outside will die it off, or they can just wash it off. Bleach is your friend, I think. Um, and my supplies at the store holding them. We got lots of paper towels. I've got some of those Lysol wipes. I'm running a little bit low on gloves, but we ordered some off of Amazon, so hopefully those will get here before we run out. Which shipping's been kind of weird lately. That's one of the big things that's been driving me nuts. Stuff that I ordered that should have showed up last week still hasn't arrived because of shipping problems. So if you need any supplies and you get it off the internet, make sure you order it early, just because shipping is a mess right now. And pull together. Just keep yourselves isolated, and I would advise. I'd advise that if you're all hunkering down together, I've got a couple buddies in from out of town, and they're hanging out here, and we're all just kind of keeping here at the house. That way we know that we're all infection free, so we can hang out and don't have to social distance. But when we're outside, we have to be very careful. Um, but backyards are a good thing. Front porches are a good thing. You can be social with your neighbors. Just you know, yell across the street at each other, and it's we had a wonderful time last night yelling across the street back and forth to the neighbors. So hang in there. There's some stories in New York about people having conversations across the street from balconies. Uh, we'll get through this. It's gonna suck for a little while, but it's not gonna be the end of the world. I don't think. At least I hope not. That'd really be terrible. But certainly in the rural areas, I think we're gonna be okay. New York's getting just hammered right now. So if you do have anything extra that you can send to your loved ones in New York, I'd advise doing that. That's what I've been doing. And I'll check in with you guys later. So I'm going to sign out from the toilet paper bunker, and everybody stay safe.